Well, here we are again. I didn't quite think I'd be back here, but we are indeed back here on Scorched Earth, back into character creation. So, figured I would say hello and say thanks for joining me on this adventure. So, let's go through our character creation and figure out who our survivor is going to be. We already have our name, and let's start thinking about who would be living in the desert. Um, Obviously, we're not going to have anyone pale. The sun will have scorched their skin. Um, Maybe not quite to obsidian, but to a heavy burn, as well as probably bleached our hair as well. Probably not all the way to white. Let's go with just like that. There we go. It's incentive to get haircuts and dye them all anyway. So let's go through and make our character and load up the game. Now we're not going to have a huge character because we're living in the desert and the heat has just been sapping us of all of our excess moisture and body weight. So we're probably going to be a little bit on the thinner side. Though we're probably going to be a little bit taller. Little tall and lanky. Kind of like a strong corn growing in the sun. So let's try to get these ratios looking a little less odd, I guess. And I think that's something that we can survive with. And you can see I have a little bit of the map. I was doing some testing, making sure that the server was up and running and that everything was loaded correctly. So I just spawned in and of course died immediately a few times. So since I don't really know this map, we'll be starting easy. And sort of nice to be sort of towards the center of the map. It gives us a lot of accessibility, I guess. So let's start with this Midlands 3. And well, here it goes. And like that, we are up. Pretty desert so far. Not overheating, that's a good sign. We already have metal nodes, Argentavis, some flowers. Well, they did say easy spawn. I can't deny that. Let's go ahead and start gathering up some basic materials, getting a few levels, and of course building our clothing. So this is nice. We spawned in at a reasonable temperature, reasonable place, and it's not often that Ark starts like that. Oftentimes you'll just sort of see, well, I'll show you some footage of some of my other spawnings when I was doing my testing and such. But while I'm going around and just gathering some fiber and stuff and berries, especially while it's still safe. Guess now I can tell you sort of about what I have on this server. So there's a couple mods: quality of life, structures plus, of course, Utilities Plus, as well as some decorative stuff, some building things. The eco mods are always very, very fun to sort of play with. So I have those on here. And then also just talking about quality of life while I punch I guess this isn't a cactus, this is a Joshua tree, but still not something I'd recommend punching in real life, but gotta get some wood. Anyway, so I've turned the weight per level up a little bit, just because it's just me here on this server, and I like to build, and you're always going to need a lot of weight for that. Additionally, because it's just me, the engrams per level are turned up a bit, so that I can learn things just playing by myself. Additionally, the harvesting is turned up a bit, as well as the experience just slightly. The experience is up at just double, because it's not too much fun to blast through the early game, and then later game we're going to be doing a lot of breeding, and that always gets a lot of experience. So going into the breeding, then I've turned up the breeding rates quite a bit, because I know I will be breeding. It's just the best way to get the best dinos. So I have that up a little bit. So I do have the levels turned up. The max level on the server is 200, so we can find some high level things. And on that note, I've turned up the taming up to 6. So makes a big difference, but kibble will still be quite useful. And to that end, I have actually added Dilophosaurs to this map. They don't normally spawn here, but the Dilophosaur kibble is how we tame up the Doedicurus and the Ankylo. So we're going to be, well, it'll be nice to have those. And so in order to have the kibble up here, I've put those onto the map. Other than that, I think that's about it. And it's perfect timing, because I can no longer move. But looks like I've gathered a couple points, a ton of fiber, a little bit of wood, no stone it seems, so I'll have to go hunting. Always good in the beginning. We'll probably be needing a little bit of weight. That's always good for carrying all of our early stuff before we have dinos. And we do live in a desert, so may as well toss a point into fortitude. Get that going now. I know that we're going to be wanting some clothing, so let's go ahead and learn that. Now clay, I think this is what we need to make all the Adobe stuff, so I know we'll be needing to learn that. Though, I guess I should be conserving my points a little bit more right now, and going ahead and just learning the essentials first. All of our hatchets, our spears, our storage boxes, of course, and we may as well begin learning the thatch foundations. Let's go ahead and try to get a little bit of clothing on us, so we're not just out naked, scorching in the sun in this hot desert land that is Scorched Earth. We got some Lymantrias here. Oh, only level 2. Hey there, little feller. So I really need some stone. That's what I need. Getting the pickaxe and axe up and running. Getting all my gear set. So it's back to basics here. Crafting stone tools and punching trees. But here we should have enough for our axe. May as well craft a torch for the nighttime. We need more wood for our spears. Oh, good thing we just got our hatchet. Let's go ahead and craft one of these reusables, because that will come in handy. Not using sap or sand right now, or stone. Still a bit heavy, but hopefully this next level should fix that. We're getting pretty close to the level up. If I can just find where this moth went. We need some hide to make the rest of our gear, so there's only one place to get that. I'm sorry, little buddy. First death of the server. At least it's not me. You'll go to a good cause, I promise. Ooh. Now look at this canyon. Gotta be careful not to fall down there, but looks like a good place to explore. So here we are. We've spawned in sort of around this 60-47. It's safe, it's nice, I like it. I haven't had this calm of an arc spawn in quite a while. Now I think those things are dangerous and aggressive, so I'll just try to keep my distance. Go ahead and get a little bit more weight leveled up. And here we go, here's our mortar and pestle. And that's our clay, so we'll be prepared for when we get to the adobe tier. Can't do anything fun with the narcotics yet, but we'll be getting there in time. Now I guess a good option here would be to try to get up high and get a lay of the land. See if I can see anything around here. Like I said, I know the metal's there, and that's good. But water is going to be a scarce resource here. Hello there. And I know we'll be wanting to tame up our own Morella tops, and we'll probably be wanting to start a little bit low. Got an Anki here too, also a low level. That's nice. Because, well, we gotta get established before we can start conquering the Ark. The goal here is going to probably be just to see how far we can get. There are 3 artifacts to get and a boss to beat. So if we can do that, that would be pretty fun. If we don't quite get to that, well, then so be it. I really wanted just a chance to play and explore Scorched Earth. I really enjoyed Aberration, and sort of the way the game made you adapt to the world and to the game itself. So I figured I would give Scorched Earth another try. Even though it's mostly just hot and miserable. But you know, here we are anyway. Oh. And we already found a hyenodon. Now, I've heard that we can just tame these by petting them. Where are you going, little buddy? I know that they attack in packs, but every time I've seen them in the wild or alone, they just sort of run. Now it's by itself. Do I have to be... Does it have to not notice me? Can I sneak up? Sneaky, sneaky. It's only level 15. So maybe this will do. Oh. Oh. Seems to have found me, and there is another. Oh. It would be ideal if these things don't swarm up and kill me, so see if I can at least get one down, get some more hide. Oh. Well, at least they're gone. And I am dehydrated already. Do I have berries? I think these will at least sate me for the time being. Though it looks like I will be finding no water up here. So let's take a look. Looks like we can see that crevice that ran through the land. Now, it wouldn't be too bad to set up around here because all of the metal that we have access to. So let's see if we can find any traces of water or cacti. I think oh, there's some thorny dragons. I think that the cactus sap on this map can restore some of your water. Now I think this here is salt. Yep, raw salt. Which is exactly what I need when I'm dehydrating, is just some more salt. But the preserving salts are useful because they extend the spoil time on anything in the inventory it's shared with, which is especially useful on Scorched Earth because everything has a increased spoil time just by the nature of it being Scorched Earth and it being hot and dry, I guess. So let's see if we can't find some cactus, or a saber-tooth stuck in the ground. And we didn't die to a saber-tooth. We died to gravity. But that wasn't so bad. We got a few levels before our first death, and I guess that's a start. So let's start again, same area. We'll see if we can at least find our body, get our bearings, and maybe head a little bit more down into a desert. Ooh. Hello? Can I just grab you with my hands? It doesn't seem so. Oh, yes I can. And okay, so this gives me cactus sap when it lets me harvest it. Huh. This could be something with my graphics too. When I play in this low graphics mode, sometimes the ground isn't always the ground and where it should be. Earlier, I don't know if you noticed a little hole in the world, but sometimes I have those. That's just how it works here. So I think we died up along this way. I think there's that Kentrosaurus again. Oh, I hear music. That's noontime music. Oh, and our first wyvern spotting. All right. Well, that direction. Okay. So maybe let's not explore there first. Well, I guess that gives us direction, which is more than we had before. So let's see if we can find our death bag, and if not, well, we didn't really have all that much. That was too important. Oh, and barely alive on that one. Guess now's a good time to check that cactus sap before I die. So my water right now is, well, I'll wait for it to hit 2. Did that help? It says when it's consumed, it hydrates your body. But that was not hydrating my body. Well, that's going to be difficult. Oh, look, there's some jerboas over there. I guess that at least it filled up my food. Well, I'm not seeing much in terms of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish what gravity tried to do, or rather, give gravity its second chance. Oh? Oh! I even gave gravity a second chance and the raptor got me. I don't know what that was. Maybe I hit the parasaur? That stopped my fall? Who knows? Thank you, Ark.